It has been over 2 decades since Super Mario Sunshine's release. It begs the question, how well has this game aged? Let's take a look. The game begins with Mario and Peach arriving at Delfino Isle. Their arrival is interrupted by the runway being covered in some kind of goop. Also, the game has voice acting now, which definitely won't become extremely weird by the end of the game. Mario proceeds down the runway and finds Flood, just sitting there for some reason. Remember how in Super Mario 64 you had a small cutscene for the intro and then boom, you were just able to play the game? Yeah, that game was absolutely horrible because of that. What we need is a 2-minute long tutorial where I don't think they made new dialogue for the different buttons used on the Nintendo Switch. Anyway, Mario grabs the tank and I proceed to shotgun blast the first boss of the game. I can't wait to see what unique bosses lay ahead of this one. After grabbing the first shine of the game, Mario gets arrested. Then there's a court scene where Mario is put on trial for vandalizing the entire island, despite literally not being on the island for more than 2 minutes. Alright, now, okay, you know what? I'm just skipping ahead. This is too much. Alright, that's better. The police inform Mario to clean up the goop in the middle of Delfino Plaza, but that sounds really boring. Instead, I climb up to the top of the monument and head to an area that you're not meant to access at this point in the game. The first mission forces you to commit several acts of animal cruelty, and the game is well aware of this. The next is a simple race, which honestly should delete your game if you mess up. It isn't until the third mission where things get interesting. Shadow Mario steals Flood at the start, and you are meant to go underneath the map to retrieve him. But I literally have never done the mission this way. Instead, I Mission Impossible my way to this tree, and do a great leap off the top, and land on a place to grab Flood. Another act of animal cruelty nets us a final shine before this area becomes unplayable at this point in the game. At least legitimately. Well, that was a fun side quest. I decided to proceed with the game normally and fight a really unique boss that I have never seen in the game before. But uh-oh, Shadow Mario emerges and grabs Princess Peach. Wait a second. At this point, everyone can see that there's a copycat Mario who is clearly the one causing the goop crisis. So Mario really should be pardoned. It's at this point I realize my skill in this game has significantly worsened with time, and I struggle a bit too much with stopping Shadow Mario. He escapes in the actual first area of the game, Bianco Hills, which contains a really unique boss fight that I have never seen before. After nabbing the first shine, Is that another goop pile? My gosh, I've never seen this boss before. It even has 2 phases! Well, we'll go back to that area later. Bianco Hill's second shrine requires you to take down Petey Piranha at the top of the windmill. This looks kind of familiar. In order to beat him, you need to overdose him with water and then ground pound his stomach. And stand still for a little bit while you wait. Next up is a level that was surely the start of nightmares for many children. You see, every world in Mario Sunshine follows a near identical structure in terms of shines. Every world has a secret chorus shine, and all of them are painful. Get used to this music, because it will haunt your dreams. Hey, this first one isn't actually the worst. We're returning to Delfino Plaza, and okay, it's not even funny anymore. At least the next mission is simply collecting 8 red coins in peace. The next mission, however, is a different story. Petey Piranha returns, and this time he flies, casts tornadoes, and overall is an absolute pain to deal with. Especially when he decides to cast 5 tornadoes in a row. It takes me longer than I'm willing to admit to defeat him, but at least I didn't die. Time for another secret level shine. It really isn't that bad, just take your time and things will be fine. I am so glad that games are done with game over these days. The good thing about this level is that it provides a 1-up at the very first section, and I don't know if I should be glad that it's there, or mad that Nintendo knows these levels are so painful that they place 1-ups everywhere. I die a few more times, but it's mainly because I'm trying to go too fast. And after a few attempts okay, what is happening? Surely I am not this washed at this game. I make it to the final part, okay, never mind then, what is going on? I have not spent the last 20 years of my 20-year life playing video games to be this garbage at them. What are you doing? You buffoon! You walked off the edge yourself! Just stop. You know what? Take it slow. That's all you need to do with these levels. And that's fine. I don't know what happened there, but it's fine. Alright. You are at the end of the level. Just wait until the platform... Nope, screw this game. Screw this franchise. Screw everything. I am done with this game in this video. I'm not even going to make a new outro. Just splice in some footage from an old video. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more, be sure to subscribe and comment down below. 99.
The next day.
Let's try this again. Wow, that was actually a lot easier than last time. It's amazing what a simple break from a game can do. Oh yeah, ignore that boat right there. Pretty sure the princess is being held hostage in it, but that's not too important right now. The last shine you actually need to grab from Bianco Hills is another Shadow Mario chase sequence, where he swims in water. What do you feed him with? Water. I decide to find some shines hidden around Delfino Plaza and wind up uncovering some kind of black market. Because this guy is holding a few shines behind this crate destroying minigame. That may not sound that bad, but remember the entire town is desperate to return the shines, yet these citizens are just holding them. However, he isn't even the worst offender. I managed to get 10 blue coins at this point and head into this shop. Here, you can trade 10 blue coins for a shine. How many coins are there? 240. These guys are holding 24 shines away from their town. Absolute monsters. There's one shine I really wanted to go and get, and it's hidden under this arc. Ladies and gentlemen, the worst level in gaming. Or the best, depending on how you look at it. Because this actually foreshadows Super Mario Galaxy, as sitting in the middle of this pachinko machine is a black hole that constantly sucks you into it. I guess it's not that bad. Nope, we are not doing this again. Just complete the level, thank you. It's time to head to the second area of the game, Rico Harbor. It's here where Mario rips off the arm of a squid, rips off more arms before pulling its nose so hard that it bounces back and flattens the war creature twice. The next level is a race on a squid. I guess these ones aren't fully grown so they can't be murdered yet. I choose the yellow one as it is fast and stable and beat the course without much issue. Alright, one more shine. This one is located at the end of this obstacle course of sorts that I managed to climb rather quickly. Well, that's awkward. I don't know the button to punch my way up, but I know that at least 2 of them will jump off. Wait, you are telling me that Y is the button you press when you are climbing sideways panels. So what is it going up? And that's enough for that level. I can't end on 19 shines though, so I just pay this guy 1 coin to throw me into a building where a shine is chilling just for some reason. Anyway, if you enjoyed the video and want to see more, be sure to subscribe. It turns out that 99.9% of people who watch my videos aren't subscribed. Be sure to check out this video if you enjoyed this one.